the Texans, they get it done at home, to me, built off the backs of their defense once again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have 4 turnovers, and they all kind of came in critical situations when Miami was either driving. But you really look at Derek Stingley in particular. He's playing at an all-pro type of level. You know, they put him on Tyreek Hill after Jalen Waddle went hurt, Houston native Jalen Waddle, and he answered the call.
Pretty definitive game for the defense, the way the pass rush complemented the coverage. And like Jonathan said, couldn't agree more. All-pro style from Derek Stingley Jr., a ball hawk, a guy that sees the game differently and catches the football like a wide receiver.
Let's shift from defense to offense now. To me, it was a pretty pedestrian day when you all the way around from the run game to C.J. Stroud and their passing attack. But they were able to get it done ultimately. But what did you make of what they were able to do and produce on the offensive side of the football?
We chatted a little bit about this during the game. Maybe this is just what the Texans are. They're just a team on offense that does just enough to get by. You know, they're not going to be this superstar team that we thought kind of early in the year. But at the same time, they did some things that they needed to do, like they cashed in off turnovers.
Chance blueprints and plans, they change, and in this case, the Texans had to change. They lost Nico Collins for 5 games. There is no Stephon Diggs out for the season. They had to change gears, and they have trouble consistently blocking for the run, and that's why they can't be a dominant running team despite Joe Mixon's talent.
The Houston Texans have talked about playing December football, which basically means playoff football. How close are they to being ultimately where they want to be, and how much do you trust that they can, maybe potentially make a playoff push once they get into the postseason?
I mean, I think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're ever going to be a dominant team like you see on the Lions, the NFC. Having said that, I just think the AFC is super wide open. I mean, the Chiefs, we saw that Patrick Mahomes suffered an injury. They weren't, even with him, they're not a super dominant team on offense. The Ravens are not a dominant team on defense. They struggle against the pass.
The team have flaws.
Yeah, all these teams in the AFC, including the Bills, who gave up 50-some points to the Rams, have flaws.
I agree. And like Bill Parcells used to say, arguably, once you're in the tournament, anybody has a chance. The Texans are one of those teams that I don't think anyone looks forward to playing to, because you never know. What if C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins get on a roll? What if Joe Mixon's having one of those 150-yard beast mode games? You look at the defense, who wants to play against them on defense? They're hard to block, and they're hard to get open against. But there's certainly holes in this team that make you think a lengthy playoff run would be improbable, but that's why they have to play the games.
Yeah, absolutely. The Houston Texans move on to 9-5 on the season. Next week, they travel on the road to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. The big question is maybe Patrick Mahomes plays, maybe not, after he got dinged up in their game on Sunday afternoon. For Jonathan Alexander, that's Aaron Wilson. I'm Chancellor Johnson here at NRG Stadium.